Holiday, and welcome to one of my live stream lectures as I'm out here simultaneously getting my exercise and cardiovascular this afternoon, this Sunday afternoon. And before I get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture. And the focus of this lecture is going to be do not let stress take over your life. And the older I get, I really understand the importance of that. No matter how old you are, don't let stress take over your life. And when I say stress, that stress can result from many things. Rather it's a financial stress, a job stress, a family stress, relationship stress, community stress. In the community, stress can have an impact on a person. Rather it's a positive event or a negative event. Weddings, anniversary, birthdays, graduations, relocating, retiring. Stress can come in any kind of shape, form, or fashion. If the listeners are aware, I'm in the state of Florida, so everybody's aware that Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton heavily impacted areas like Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. Neighborhoods have been demolished. And to witness this firsthand, my neighborhood was heavily impacted, and by the grace of God, I was still able to sell my minimalistic mobile home, but still dealing with the stress in terms of, the community I'm in. We've been out of power for going on 5-6 days, gas lines, no gas, all of the aftermath of the hurricane, and can be stressful. Things you might not think about in terms of if there's no power in your city, then businesses are closed, shut down. You cannot do a debit transaction if there's no power. So everyone in my area that in Florida has been impacted. We're dealing with the aftermath of this. So all of that can lead to stress, any kind of stress, and from any shape, form, or fashion. Do not let stress control your life. Unresolved stress or unchecked stress can eventually begin to chip away at you. And then it can have an impact on your emotional, your physical health all the way around. Stress is real. Stress will kill you. I've seen people be so stressed out on jobs, so stressed out on worrying about politics, so stressed out on worried about what if when the next hurricane comes. Be stressed out. Stressed out about many things they have no control of. I've seen people have heart attacks because they stress themselves out. Stress will lead to high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It has all those negative impacts on your physical health if left unchecked. And this is real talk, people. And what I've discovered over the years throughout my life is the minute I identify stress, number one, I'm going to go into prayer. I'm going to ask God to give me guidance. God will not stray you wrong. Anytime, if I'm in a situation, some things you can't avoid, like this hurricane. The first thing I did when they start evacuating my community, and sometimes the news do blow things up, but it really was bad, people. It was catastrophic in my area. But one of the first things I did is I began to go in prayer for days. My faith in God guided me in avoiding and eliminating all of this unnecessary stress. And I'm telling you, with strong faith in God, He will pull you through. It don't matter if I'm watching everybody in my community scrambling around, trying to buy ice, and everybody. I watch people. No, I'm a licensed therapist, but I've always been an observer, even as far back as I can remember. I observe people, and when catastrophic things occur, you see people about ready to kill somebody, which is taking it overboard, all because they don't want that person to jump that line or get in front of them. They might be trying to get ice at the only store that's happen to have power and happen to have ice So now ice is a hot commodity. And you read about and you hear these stories where when hurricanes happen, a fire happen, some people become animalistic. And I just sit back and observe this as an observer. And I be thinking in my mind, I can't even imagine killing somebody over a bag of ice. I'm thinking, I'm just observing this chaos. And I had a conversation with another gentleman in my community that was in Pike. And he had the same mindset I had. We were just talking, and he would say he even observed the same thing. Folks about to kill each other on who was in line first. All because when certain gas stations became open, he just observing folks about to fight and kill each other because one person had all these containers of gas that he was filling up, plus his truck filling up, and somebody else observed that because he's taking a lot of gas, ain't caring about who's behind him. But the guy that I was talking to, he literally said they were about ready to kill each other over that gas. And he shook his head. It's got to be, a lot of this ties into emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. Let the person go on. It's not going to hurt you in any shape, form, or fashion if they want to go on and jump on in front of you. Just let them have it. Don't waste your energy. Don't stress yourself out about it. Don't let nobody else have the power to get you out of your character. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. There's a particular gas station in my community, and I was observing because my area now has been out of power going on 5-6 days. So that means a lot of gas stations were down. So there was this one particular gas station that they got a generator out there, and they got their gas up and running. And if I can tell you, there was a line probably about 4 or 5 miles long for people in that line to get that gas. And I was telling this person I was talking to, I said, I'm not moving a muscle. I'm not gonna inject myself in a 5-mile line. For what? The gas will eventually be there. I got better things to do. There's a nearby Dunkin' going up by the grace of God that was open. I went to Dunkin' Donut, got me coffee, and met people in the natural environment and engage in dialogue, people, and let this world continue on with this madness. I met a lady from Brazil. She had the same mindset I have, that it's not worth all this. It's not. Because if you really think about it, if you have faith in God, it's going to be okay. You're going to eventually get gas. The power going to eventually come back home. Life is going to eventually go back to normal if you got faith in God. Versus running around out there about to kill folks, trying to get that last roll of toilet paper, or trying to get that last bag of ice, or trying to get that gas and ready to kill a person if they cut in line in front of you. Really? Is it really that bad? What verse is just sitting still? There you go. Trusting God. It's going to fall in place. Trusting God. He every morning you wake up, that is by the grace of God. Trust me on that one. Every morning you wake up, that's by God's glory. And if you don't believe that, I just pray for you. Because at the moment from birth, we are born with an expiration date placed there by God. So there's no need of stressing yourself out. And I'm just watching these people with some of this animalistic behavior, as if the world has came to an end, for real. And imagine for a moment, if people were to prepare for the coming of Christ the way they prepare for a hurricane. Just imagine that. Put your thought process around that for 1 second, if that were to occur. So I say that to say, don't let stress control your life. Don't let stress get you outside of your character. People in Florida all carry guns. Don't let stress get you so much out of your character, you pulling a gun open and shooting and killing somebody, all because they jumped in front of you to get that bag of ice. Now you got to be in prison for the rest of your life. Really? Don't let stress control you. that's where having faith in God come into play. And that's when having emotional maturity to not let another person's behavior control your actions. Because when you let somebody else's behavior control you, then they got power over you. Think about that. They got power over you. And that ain't good. When you allow another person's behavior to allow you to get out of character, then you no longer have control of people. And that's the real talk right there. So share this information. Somebody might need to hear this powerful lecture on don't let stress control you. And another positive tip that I can give in terms of the aftermath, because understand, people, my community got hit by 2 hurricanes. Hurricane Elena hit first, caused catastrophic damage. About a week and a half later, we were hit by Hurricane Milton. So many people lost everything. 2 and they now they're talking about a third one about ready to hit. And that's a lot. But even in the midst of all of that, I stayed fast with my faith in God, for real, praying for everybody, praying for all communities that has been impacted, praying for all families. And one of the most powerful tips I can give for anybody who has been impacted by a catastrophic disaster is do the best you can to return back to your normal everyday routine, even for something as simple as taking a walk. That you get back to your normal everyday routine as soon as you can. I don't care if it's taking a walk, listening to music, going to the nearest coffee shop that's open up, having real conversations with people. Don't let that stressful event consume your life, because life is not going to stop. Responsibilities and accountability is not going to stop. Managing your household or calling at insurance companies to get them claims started, that's not going to stop. You're still going to, if you're still in the workforce, you're going to have to still be accountable to go to work so you can take care of your family. That's not going to stop. Just because there's a hurricane or fire or any other kind of stressful event, life is going to continue with or without you. Make no mistake about that. So the best thing you can do is steadfast in your faith, return back to your normal everyday life as soon as possible, even if it's something as simple as taking a walk, listening to music, eating lunch or dinner with family, and returning back to work as soon as you can. Because life is not going to stop. It really isn't. And by the grace of God, I was able to sell my minimalistic mobile home after the first hurricane. Unbelievable. I had a buyer that was nothing but by the grace of God. I mean, I don't know anybody who would want to buy damaged property, but this buyer did. I wasn't going to question. We transferred that title. So, and that's going to set the stage for me to do my executed next plan in terms of where I'm really going to go and end up at. High probability it won't be Florida, but I got time to wait until all of the dust settle, because I'm a planner. I've been strategic all my life. I don't just up and do anything. I'm a planner. So this is the golden opportunity for me to just sit still for a moment and execute my next plan. And I want to give all grace and glory to God for bringing that buyer to me to purchase my minimalistic mobile home, damaged mobile home as is. So again, share this information. It's all I have. Simple fidelis. And I'm going to leave in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.